Welcome to the Unfiltered Bride podcast.
It's bingo day!
It is your mid-year check-in. How you feeling, queens? How you feeling, kings?
You staying hydrated? You doing your
I am
skincare?
not staying hydrated.
You wearing your SPF?
SPF is not good. Skincare I'm nailing, but SPF is part of that skincare, so maybe I'm not nailing it like I thought I was.
It. And I'm not drinking nowhere near enough water.
Oh,
actually.
I don't drink.
Oh,
I have a thing with bottles. So my Stanley, I love my Stanley, my emotional support Stanley. If it's not clean within an inch of its life, I can't drink from it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If it's not clean, if it's not filtered water, can't drink it. If it's not freezing cold water, can't drink it.
I ordered a load of new straws for my Stanley.
Yeah.
So I was getting a bit icked
That's
out.
a good,
I got 10 new straws off Amazon.
nice. I've got PTSD from, I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but this is like a core memory for me. When I was a kid, we had these ice cream sundae bowls that looked like cones. And then you had a spoon that also had a straw. So when it turned to like a milkshake, you would use it for that. They were cool. I loved them. Best thing ever. I remember once sucking through it and then something went into my mouth.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I swallowed it and it was not the milkshake that I was drinking. And forever now, it just makes me want to...
I'm quite funny with things like that. And I also feel like I'm really funny with water. Like when we were in Portugal, like you can drink the tap water, and I was like, absolutely fucking not. No. And I was like, bottled water.
I also can't drink water from a tap in a bathroom.
Yeah, my mum always tells me off that. She's like, it's the same. I'm like, no,
it's not.
I don't care what you say, it's not.
But also mine now, my water has to be cold. I literally can't drink warm.
I'm really fussy.
Water. Yeah, same. So
I also can tell when
hydrated.
water's not right. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, that water tastes jank, and they're like, what? And I'm like, no,
it's different flavoured waters.
Yeah,
of just plain water. Yeah.
So
I can't stay hydrated. Snobs. But then my other problem is, do I tell you this? Yeah. Unfiltered Bride, isn't it? After a wedding, I'm thirsty. So I always go for a wee before I finish wedding, but most of my weddings are 2-hour drive. I don't know why, they always seem to be exactly 2 hours. I will wet myself. I will if I know that my premier in is coming, I am so desperate for the toilet. The other day I had to stop in a lay-by and go for a wee.
Really?
I will. And I can't get to the Premier Inn thing because then they still need to check me in and I need to go to the toilet now. So I can't stand with you asking me to
child.
I've had a child. I don't know if that was what it was, but I cannot hold it.
I have trauma from a child when I was, we got the bus into town and then we had to walk down, like our estate had like a big like forest driveway and then down. I remember being so desperate for the toilet, I had to run. I ran all the way home, got to the downstairs toilet and I weed and the seat wasn't even up. And
I think I've done that,
and that is my trauma.
Yeah,
you need to go to the toilet, Beth.
Yeah, but my I can go all day without needing the toilet, and the second I then think about it, I need it now.
I have to go before bed as well because if I don't, game over.
Yeah.
Because I will be that person that dreams about weeing and then weeing my bed.
And weeing your bed.
I have done that.
When was the last time you wet the bed?
Probably maybe a couple of years ago. Like it is like a thing.
Recent
if I don't do it, I will wet the bed.
Oh no, I haven't wet the bed, but I've definitely peed in a lot of lay-bys because I have to go before I get to the Premier Inn.
This is so gross. Why is this on our bingo card? Don't piss yourself.
Don't.
Okay, great.
Don't pee your pants at a wedding.
Learn how to use a toilet at the ripe age that we are.
I need to go to the toilet periodically throughout the day so that it's not, then I'm not like desperate.
Because you break the seal.
Yeah.
It's really hard to go to the toilet on a wedding day because you fucking miss shit.
And yeah, when? It sounds so dramatic, but also I'll sit down to then just chill. I'm like, I don't want to go to the toilet now.
Yeah,
and I also don't want to go to the toilet when loads of guests are in there.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, hi.
And they're like, hi, you the coordinator?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, yeah.
I would like to, yeah. Orcs.
What do we do?
I need my own private toilet. Let's put that on our rider.
Yes. I would like the food, the snacks, and a private toilet.
Perfect.
Thank you. Shall we roll the intro?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
the Unfiltered Bride podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
So you know it's going to be juicy.
Right, get your phone, get your bingo out ready.
I don't actually have mine. Do you have
Brilliant.
mine?
That's a fantastic start.
You must have done it on Canva because you printed it out for me.
Why didn't you ask me this in the 20 minutes where we were fanning around?
I can tell you what's on there though. Don't worry about me. I can tell you what's on mine.
Okay, I can't find mine. Hold on. Let me find mine 1 minute, please. What are we doing? Saying how we're going with it so far? Okay, I've got mine. Surely I sent you yours.
No, I've got it, don't worry.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing very well.
Brian needs his as well. It's funny how he's walked out the room.
Interesting. How bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. Shall I start then?
How many have you got on yours?
9.
9.
Bingo card. Isn't it?
How many have you crossed off?
1, 2, 2. So one I didn't realise is ridiculously unrealistic.
It wasn't though, because you wouldn't have set it, because you are quite strong at being the unrealistic. So don't try and dumb it down.
Well, I didn't realise, I didn't comprehend maybe what normal is. We'll go through it. Appear on TV. I've not appeared on TV.
Still time.
There is still time. If any of you listening have anything to do with it, I just want to go on this morning and talk about weddings. What's the big problem? I can see it happening. I know exactly, but how do I get there?
You'll get there.
Okay. Take a trip with Isla. That is, I've blocked off the date. I just need to book something, so that will happen. That's fine. 5,000 YouTube subscribers. I mean, it would help if I posted videos. That would probably get me subscribers.
You're getting back into it though.
It's on my list. It is literally on my list. May was the busiest May I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
Now when I say calms down, I mean less than 3 weddings a week every week, back to back. So I should have more time. And now I've got my glasses.
It's easier.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I did a wedding the other day where I'm going to try.
Do you tell people that you're filming?
This wasn't in front of people, but also, yes, I wouldn't film. Basically, if my glasses are on my head, it's not filming. If they come down, the light comes on. So you.
No, I mean like before the wedding.
No.
Probably should.
Well, it's in my contract, actually.
Yes.
Not the glasses.
It's
but
a bit.
I wouldn't film. So the one I'm thinking I'm going to post, I probably will ask them, but it's like a TP and I'm walking around going, this is what I'm doing here now. The ceremony's over here and I'm going to walk over there. So it's not really
them.
Yeah, but they're in it. But then it does, like most people do have in their thing, I can use you for social media, and people would have to tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
But also I know my couples well enough to know who wouldn't want it. And also it's great content.
Watch you get fucking sued.
They can't, it's in my contract.
When you've fucking got glasses up their fucking dress.
Yeah, that's a bit when I'm like, guys, my glasses are on my head. I promise you I'm not filming anything. You'll know. But I get the thing with the glasses, because I was talking to a celebrant the other day and she was like, oh, I was having a conversation with a videographer and I didn't realise that his glasses were were recording. I was like, oh, didn't you see the light on? And she was like, no, he stood next to me. And she was like, I didn't say anything, so it's fine. But I think he should have told me that they were recording.
That's like, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. See, I only film bits like the confetti line or if I'm doing stuff. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I can see where it'll start to get grey.
People will start having ammo on you. Pay me £10,000 I'm going to share this video of you online.
I mean, that's how I suddenly make my money. Only fans, only suppliers.
Watch out, guys.
Watch what you say to me. But also, shouldn't be saying shit anyway.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be bitching. Move house, tick.
Done.
Crossed out, done. Brand partnership, tick, done. I'm not wearing it. My merch. Sorry guys, forgot to tell you if none of you are following my thing. I've got some merch with a company called Wisdom and Wonder, and they've helped me design like cute, funny prints and bags and t-shirts and adorable stuff. Go check that out. Host 3 themed dinners. Guys, my first dinner, we're filming it slightly early, but my first dinner is tonight, but it would have been last week. So the first theme is lemons. Yeah, I think I've nailed.
Do you want to tell everyone what you're doing? Yeah, it sounds lovely.
I'm doing a whipped.
How do you whip feta?
You heard me whip it a second ago in the whisk.
Oh, but like literally.
So I did. So it's a lemon whipped feta. And then I've done
do you have to put anything in it to add to the whippy?
Yes. So you do oil and garlic in a pan. Cook that, let that cool a bit. Then you whip feta with soft cheese.
Fine.
Then you add the garlic.
Yeah.
It's actually it's the oil and the garlic that make it go creamier. And then I've also done on top some like cooked tomatoes with garlic oil and thyme.
Tomatoes.
Toothpaste.
Tomatoes
on top.
Nice. Roasted. Did you say roasted?
Yeah. Lovely. And then I'm going to do some toasted baguette bread bits. Then I've got a creamy lemon garlic chicken, which I'm going to do with like, you know, when you get like baby potatoes boil them and then squish them and then roast them.
Squish them.
So my squished potatoes, then with some like honeyed carrots
What are
and
you having?
tender
'Cause
stem.
you
I'll have
veggie.
the fake chicken.
Fine.
And then I've got a lemon sorbet course, obviously made in a lemon peel.
Cute.
And then a lemon and raspberry donut pudding.
What's donut pudding?
It's like a bread and butter pudding, but with donuts.
Oh,
I
nice. Served
know.
with
Just that, mate.
Just that.
That's dirty enough. It's like got custardy
custard
stuff in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's theme 1.
Nice.
Don't know what other themes to do. This is fine. This has made me learn that I can cook.
Yeah.
I can cook, and I've set the table nicely, and it's cute. So we're good. That will be ticked off. This is the one where I may have overshot it because I spoke to my publisher, and she was like, most people sell about 2,000 copies of their book. And I wrote sell 100,000 copies of my book. So I may have gone slightly.
Do you know your figures?
I think I'm on over 3,000, which is better than the norm. So maybe I should have found out what is average and gone higher than that rather than whacking down 100,000.
Yeah.
I don't even know 100,000 people are getting married. I mean, I don't have 100,000 followers, so I don't know where I thought. Oh, I do on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you
That's
could
still
all just
good,
buy
though.
my book, that'd be great.
That's really good though.
Do a marketing course. I'm going to do that towards the end of the year anyway, where
When
it
it's
gets a bit quieter. And read 15 books.
15.
Ask me.
How many have you done?
No, none. I read my own book. Does that count? I've not I've not read one book this year. How bad is that? But can I listen to them? Does that count? I don't think it does. I
that's
know.
not
I
the
don't think it does
same.
either.
That's not the same.
I know, but I need a list of books from people. I started. What's the thingy ones? Are they behind me? The Thorns, Court of Thorns and Roses, and all those. I can't get into them though. It's hard. So anyway, that's my list.
That's
so
your 9.
I reckon I will do that. I've done that. Will do that. I reckon I will get about 5 or 6 out of 9. I'd like to get to 6 out of 9.
What ones do you think you
I
won't
don't think I'll do 100,000 books. I don't know if I'll get to 5,000 YouTube subscribers. And I don't think I'll read 15 books. I will appear on TV.
But you thought you were going to do that on holiday.
Yeah.
That's why you put that on there,
No,
didn't you?
Didn't read on holiday. Did I not read anything on holiday? Who did I think I was taking a book on holiday?
Yeah, you thought you were
I
gonna
just
read
need to get
those.
into bed and read 10 pages every night.
Yeah, easy.
I don't. How many books have you read? That's what I mean. It's easy, but it's not.
Yeah, but you're more of a book reader than me.
Am I? I've read no books.
Brian, where's your bingo card?
On Canva somewhere.
Do you want to try and find yours? Beth, your turn then.
Well, I've got my
I don't have
goals.
mine yet.
No, your bingo card.
Did I do one?
Yes, I made everyone do one.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm waiting for mine to come through.
Oh. Okay, I've got yours.
Okay.
Read 5 books.
Okay, well, I've read half of the book you bought me. I enjoyed it actually. I need to be really in the good
Mood.
mind frame for it because it is a bit more. It's not me.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed it because it like stimulated my brain. So I feel like I tried to do it again the other night, but I was distracted. I think when I've got too much on my mind,
Yeah.
I can't use my imagination.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So I can still do that.
So you should be getting into bed and reading though.
Yeah, I'm gonna still try.
I'd like to try and bring back my Miracle Mornings.
What's that?
Miracle Morning. That's the book you should read. That's a fantastic book. I'm going to reread it.
Okay.
It's the like 5 a.m. waking up at 5 a.m. But there's certain things you have to do in the morning.
Yeah.
It's the best, the most productive I've ever been in my whole entire life when I was doing that.
Yeah, but you like your bed.
I love my bed. I really love my bed. And it throws me off when I do weddings because I get back so late.
Yeah.
And I'm dead. I can't wake up at, and I never woke up at 5 anyway. I used to do like 6, but out of bed at 6. And then 7, 8, like, and now we leave earlier. I've got a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
Many excuses. Ski holiday.
I don't think that will happen this year, but I think it will happen at the start of next year.
In your defense, you did write this when you were in a relationship.
Yeah, I also am planning on going away at Christmas time.
Okay.
So could still make that happen, but I'd rather do Christmassy things than skiing.
Fine. Join a sports club.
It hasn't happened, no.
Not doing.
I'd still like to. My friend now lives in Cheltenham again. She does netball, but it means I can't have my nails. And I feel like my nails make me feel put together.
Okay, but put together isn't on here.
Okay, that's not great then.
Okay. So no. Book 3 more weddings under.
Done that.
Yeah. Invest.
Haven't done that. Will do that.
Okay. Oh, can we give Brian a little shout out for something?
Yeah.
He started doing his money MOTs again. So it's like an hour and a half Zoom call where you go through all of your finances, sort your life out, and you can learn about then investing and blah, 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 blah. But they're available on his website, guys. Brian, you owe me lots of money for that advert.
I think he's going to give me some humble truths if I do that. So I don't know if I want that, Brian.
You need it though.
I know.
You need someone to go, here you go, here's how you get out of debt, and then here's what you do.
How can you not have started investing? It'll take you 2 minutes.
No, I haven't. No, I have, but not this year. I haven't, because I got a payout, didn't I? So I'm just like...
What, just sitting on it?
It's actually in a Monzo saver, which had really good interest, actually.
No.
So it's just sat there at the moment.
So why don't you invest it?
Because I'm figuring out what I'm doing with it. It's on my to-do list to...
If you head to frugalspender.co.uk, put yourself in a little meeting, sort your life out. We're going to argue over this, but go to 5 concerts. How many have you been to?
I have been to Usher.
Yeah.
Going to Beyonce this weekend.
Cute.
I have Coldplay booked.
Yeah.
Chris Brown booked.
Oh, I can't believe it.
That's the one we'll
I
argue
can't
with.
believe you're going to
She's
Chris Brown.
still going to this concert, even though he's just got arrested for bottling somebody.
And not only that, he's got a history of doing bad things. How on earth can you go and watch that man? I'm judging you. Okay. So is everyone listening? Okay.
Okay. So I just need to book one more in. So I'm gonna.
When you go, P Diddy. When you go watch P Diddy.
Yeah, I might do. No, I
mean, Beyonce's on the cusp, isn't it?
I know.
Allegedly on the cusp.
So I need one more. So I'm 4.
How many have I should have wrote this on my bingo card. I booked Brian 2 for his birthday. We're going to see Mumford & Sons and Bastille.
Nice, that'd be good.
They would have been good. So
Yeah.
I've got Coldplay. I went to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
I need one more too. And
So
then I'll add it to my list.
My friend offered me Sam Fender tickets, but I was like, it's day before
Ron
Beyonce.
Pope. You watched Ron Pope as well?
Oh, that was this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I would have done 5.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I'm happy with that, and I'm glad because every time I go,
Surely you can squeeze another in.
Oh, easily. I just need to figure out I'd be towards the end of the year.
Yeah. All right. Easy. Listen to 5 new podcasts.
I have listened to 4 new podcasts actually, and I've enjoyed it.
All right.
Yeah, I listened to We Need to Talk with Paul Bronson.
Yeah.
Love that one. I've been listening to the Nip and Tuck podcast.
Yeah.
I have been listening to the one with Sam Thompson and Pete Wicks.
Yes.
Staying Relevant podcast.
Not a podcast girl.
And then I have been listening to Luana.
Oh, okay, fine. So you just need one more.
One more. I'm going to have more of an educational one, but again, when I'm in that...
Yes.
I
I did
probably
start...
be after summer where I'm like in
can
that...
cool down a bit. I did start listening to Atomic Habits.
Mm.
That's but that's a book, not a podcast.
I also realised people chat way more shit than us on a podcast.
Yeah.
And people moan about art.
You're lucky you get some education in here.
There was one episode I was like, they literally have talked about fuck all, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Go to 2 European cities.
I've done Venice.
Yeah.
And then I will do one towards Christmas.
Didn't you just go to Portugal?
Yeah, but I wanted more like
count.
city breaky kind of stuff.
That don't count.
So I'm going to do a winter one.
All right. And focus on gratitude.
Not been great at that.
This is part of your miracle morning. Read Miracle Morning, and then one of your first things is gratitude, and you have to think about the things you're grateful for, or you should do your bullet journal and write down some things that you've been grateful for.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm doing quite well on mine.
Good.
Sports club probably not going to happen. The ski holiday probably not going to happen.
Fair.
I can make the books happen. Yeah. I feel like we're doing all right this year.
It's all right.
Despite the bit of the
blip
that happened.
That was probably the best thing on the bingo card.
Yeah, I definitely am. Do you know what? I actually feel more like I'm grateful that happened.
So you should be.
Like I'm very like feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling positive.
Fair.
Met a new man.
Is he your boyfriend yet?
I'll be engaged before he's my boyfriend.
I don't get it. I don't understand. How do you know you're exclusive?
Because he asked me.
You're exclusive?
Yeah.
So you are boyfriend and girlfriend?
We're exclusive.
What does that mean?
We're not seeing other people.
So you're boyfriend and girlfriend? Would you introduce him as your boyfriend?
I don't know. Whoever sits there going, this is my boyfriend.
If you were with him tomorrow and I walked up to you in the street...
This is beep.
And I'd be like,
I
who's
literally
that?
said his name then.
Who's that?
You fucking would know.
I would play so dumb that you'd have to say it.
Shut
I'd
up.
be like,
No, you wouldn't.
all right, who?
I'd be like, this is...
Oh, fine.
Do you even know his name?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you. I know his name. It's the name of a very, very close friend. People would think that it's him.
Maybe.
Did you
He
find
did
your...
ask me, he was like, what do you think of my name? Like, a lot of girls are put off it. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of used to it because we're around that.
I mean, your Brian's worse.
Yeah. I was also...
It's also my middle name and also was going to potentially be my name.
Oh, yeah, it's his middle
Oh,
name.
is it?
Yeah,
But I also just think you can't change your name.
Yeah, you can. My sister did.
Really?
Yeah,
What
my
was her
sister
name?
changed her name. Her name was Sharon. And she changed it to Jane.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Sharon's a shit name. Sorry.
Do you think Jane's much better?
Then
Sharon's
Sharon.
not a shit name.
I think
Yeah,
Sharon
but
and Jane are on par of name levels.
No. Sharon is a lot older than a Jane.
No!
100%.
What?
Yeah, there's no young Sharon.
There's no
Brian.
young
Sharon
Sharon.
and Brian.
There's
are
no
the same.
young fucking Jane.
Yeah, there is. Jayne as well. the
There's no
cooler
young
way.
Jane.
If she's not young, she's... How old's my sister? 40?
Oh.
She's my half-sister.
Oh. That's so weird. How did your parents feel? Well, it's
How does my parents feel about what?
a changed name.
Oh, it's my dad's daughter.
Yeah.
And when she changed her name, he wasn't allowed to be friends with her anyway.
Oh, fine.
It was a messy split up, you know.
Oh, fine.
But he tried, bless him. But also her surname was Davis, and Sharon Davis is somebody famous, which is why I think my dad liked the name.
Olympic swimmer.
Yeah. So she didn't want that name.
Do you want to know that? Do you want to know a fun fact?
Go on.
So the people that used to live next door to me, her name was Heidi Wood. She was an Olympic swimmer as well. Best friends with Sharon.
Cute.
And I met her. And I used to have parties with her kids.
Oh, nice.
Claim to fame.
There you go.
And then sadly she passed away.
Who?
The
Oh, I was
my
going to say.
neighbour.
Sharon Davis is still alive, isn't she?
Yeah, but she was her age.
Oh, shit.
Cancer.
Shit.
Olympic swimmer as well.
Oh,
Sad, isn't
that'll
it?
get you.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry to bring it down wrong.
Sorry. Did you find your bingo card, Brian?
How
No,
did we
but
get
I've
onto
got all my
swimmer?
stuff written down.
Names.
Sharon Davis.
But how did we get onto name? Oh, you can't change your name. Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so somebody at a wedding the other day was like, everybody always says they think Brian's name is Ryan. So then they're like, Ryan, and then someone was like, no, his name's Brian. And they were
Literally
like,
nobody
"Oh."
ever believes that's my name when they meet me.
You do look a bit like a Ryan, actually.
He looks more like a Ryan than a Brian. I have to tell people that if
Yeah.
I'm going out with Brian, and I'm like, he's not 70.
How about now his name's Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you going to be called? Liam?
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Liam
look
would
a
suit
bit
him
like
better.
a Liam, yeah. Brian.
Thanks, guys. That's not.
And maybe like
Brian.
imagine I'm a baby Brian.
There
It's
was.
the fucking craziest thing.
Baby Brian.
Come on,
But
Brian.
surely the looks they used to get when they would go, "What's his name? Oh, what's his
Yeah, but
name?"
you're South
It's
African.
Brian.
It's a bit
What?
more
Brian.
Brian, eh?
Brian, eh? Oh, there we go.
For you,
Yeah.
Brian.
Brian, we need your bingo card, mate.
Just read out your goals then instead.
We've done it. We've gone through this already.
It's midway through the year. We're checking in.
Okay.
God, he's doing my head in today.
Oh.
Pull that thing. Can I
Where's the
discuss?
fucking blender?
Right, we've had an argument today because the blender
We
isn't
didn't
there.
really have
and
an
I need
argument.
it.
You just argued with yourself.
I
Yeah,
need
that
it
was
to
also
do my
true.
dinner
You-
party.
You did argue with yourself.
Did you not hear? Right, so I said I'm trying to make my whipped feta. Brian, where's the blender? Don't know. Have a look in the dishwasher. Not in the dishwasher. I think I'm going mad here. Like I'm like, well, I know my kitchen. Where's my stuff? Don't know. Give me 1 minute. So I'm stood in there looking everywhere. He then goes straight out to the car because he's like, oh, I took it to a wedding. You took my fucking blender to a wedding because you were drinking your
blender. What
OT
the fuck have
drink.
you ever blended in your life?
My whipped feta.
Well,
But
today.
he lets me look in the kitchen knowing full well that he's taken my blender to a wedding in the car to drink his...
I didn't. I remember. I thought, oh, is it in there? But I would have brought it in. Which
But
I
why
had
didn't you
done.
say that instead of let me walk around the kitchen? Anyway, where's the blender, Brian?
I don't know. It's not a blender. It's the blender cup for a ninja blender.
And the blender.
No.
The blender bit is the blade.
No, the blender's the thing you put it
No,
on.
the blender's the blade.
No, the blender's the thing that you put it on.
But without the blade, it doesn't matter if I've got the
So
thing
that's
that you put
blade
it
then.
on.
So it's the blade, the cup, and the blender.
No, I don't call that base. I call it a base.
Beth, what's the blender?
Don't get me involved.
Is it the blade or is it the machine that blends?
The part that blends is the blade.
the
Oh, so it's
blade.
called the blade then. So the whole machine's called the blade.
Yeah.
Anyway, you fucked up, Brian. Sorry.
He did, didn't he? Thank
Yeah.
you. But lets me walk around in the kitchen like I'm going mad.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you know where the kitchen is, to be honest.
Go on, clap back. Clap back. Give a good clap
She ain't
back.
got nothing because she knows it's true.
Go on, give a clap back.
I'm too busy working. You wouldn't know what that is.
Yay!
Literally working right
You're a
this
house
second.
husband. Shut up.
Hey, get
Shut
back
up
in
and
the
get out of
kitchen,
kitchen.
Brian.
Good thing
one.
you got little feet to get
Do
you close to the sink, eh?
Oh,
And a little
God.
penis. Right, carry on. Brian, what's your
I
goals?
didn't start.
Go on.
500k downloads on my podcast.
How many are you on?
Like nearly, 200,000.
Okay.
Still time.
When was the last time you did an episode?
I'm recording an episode tomorrow.
Good.
So I'm doing 2 this week.
Okay, good.
2 million downloads for this podcast.
What are we on? What are we on?
Nearly 1.4 million.
Oh, light work. We'll get
They're
that.
halfway though.
Huh?
We're halfway.
Yeah.
That implies
We
no.
need to increase listeners to get there, for sure.
Oh. Guys, could you send this to your friends? Thank you.
Do you want me to go through all of them?
Yeah. How many have you got? 9?
3. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bench press 150 kilograms.
How's that working out for you, hun?
I mean, I haven't done it yet, but
On track?
yeah.
Okay. Doesn't sound confident.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of weight. So it's
What can you bench now?
130. 130, I reckon, if I
What's
did it
the
today.
most you've ever benched?
140.
So you're going to go more than that with how are you going to get there?
Eat lots, lift heavy.
Okay.
Read 15 books.
How many have you read?
0.5.
Brian, we have got to start getting into bed and reading now. We have to make each other
Yeah,
do
but I
it.
listen to a lot of podcasts,
No, that doesn't
and that
count.
is essentially
No,
a book.
You've written read 15 books.
Okay.
Trying to weasel out of it.
Get my golf handicap below 20.
What's your golf handicap at the moment?
I don't have one. You have to. It's quite a complicated process.
Have you started the process?
Well, no.
Okay.
Doing really well, guys.
No, because you have to play 18 holes. People have to watch you do it. They have to it's not as simple as. Anyway, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting better at golf, which
Good.
is working towards the goal.
Okay.
Go to Rome.
We are looking at going to Rome, yeah?
Yeah. Capsule wardrobe. It's hard to measure that, but basically just have black t-shirts for everybody golf.
I mean, you've always had a capsule wardrobe.
True. Write a book.
Have you written a book?
I've written a couple of chapters of a book, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Once a month date night with Isla.
Have you been doing that?
No, but we're doing it tonight. So.
Okay. All right. So we're all on track, but I'll be honest, I'm not impressed by any of us.
Ain't looking good, but I think I've done the best so far.
Excuse you? Excuse you? Excuse you?
I've done the best.
No way. How many have you actually done? Nah, bruh.
European cities, I will do.
No. What have you done so far?
None.
So you will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. And I'm on 5, 6 maybe. So we're the same. It's Brian that's letting the team down.
Yeah, you're letting the average down, Brian. I've got some questions and stuff from Instagram.
Yes, I also want to talk about... What did I want to talk about? There was something I did at a wedding the other day and I was literally like...
I think it's worse because he's trying to be quiet.
Good thing your microphone's right
so you
there.
moan when I work, you moan if I don't work. You know what I mean?
He's getting a bit chopsy for someone that's short.
You don't work.
It's taller than you. What are you talking about?
Right, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Because I don't understand this
Okay.
and I want your opinion on it.
Do you know what? I love answering questions. Do you know that?
Okay, great. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of your podcast and I listen religiously. I'm getting married in July 2025 in France and the planning process has been beyond stressful. I've paid up front for a planner and coordinator to be there for the whole 3 days, but now I'm told she's gone into rehabilitation and is uncontactable. Why would I say that really weird?
Uncontactable. Uncontactable.
She's not available to contact.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess so. She's in rehab.
I found out she booked the photographer, videographer, band, hair and makeup, and I'm left not knowing what she has booked. Would you or any of your team be available? I appreciate this is very last minute, but I'm desperate bride over here, and any advice would be greatly appreciated. Feel free to share on your podcast, but please keep anonymous.
God.
What does that even mean? Rehabilitation.
Okay, so rehab. Alcohol.
I mean, she had a substance abuse
drugs.
problem.
So is she coming back out?
No, not anytime soon. And she's uncontactable. God, what would I do? So the problem is, if you've trusted that planner, like I'm guessing they've definitely booked the catering and the bar and stuff like that, but how do you know who they booked?
This is why you need a planner or coordinator who uses a software like Trello so you can access everything.
This is very true.
If you don't have that, you have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you are trapped in using that person.
Yeah.
Like, not that I want any of my couples, but if they ever suddenly money was tight, they couldn't afford to do the planning,
Right,
all your information is on the Trello.
Yeah.
You just have to then pick it up and do the rest of the work. God, what would you do? Has she not got a team?
Obviously
Can you speak to the venue?
Maybe.
Who told her that she was uncontactable?
Yeah,
that's who I want information from.
Maybe
I'd be like, I'm literally going to
to
fucking sue her. Yeah, sorry, in rehab.
fuck.
See you in 6 months. Oh my God.
But then the suppliers won't be able to get hold of us, so the suppliers will contact the venue probably.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that's a way.
Yeah, you're going to have to make
destination.
friends with your venue. This is
Mm.
why destination weddings scare me.
Yeah.
Because the thing in the UK, I could sort everything out in 10 minutes.
Mm.
I would say venue, have a phone call with the venue,
and see where
reply
they're
to
at.
whoever told you that she's in rehab, and I will check my diary
That's
to see if anyone's free this
wild.
end. Shit.
Title of the episode: Wedding planner gone into rehab.
No, because I think it's me.
Exactly. I've got another one for you.
All right. Hit me,
Brian,
with
I've
your
got a
best
title for this
shot.
episode.
Fire away.
Wedding planner gone into rehab.
Are they going to think it's me, Bri?
Yeah, exactly.
Do they have rehab in this country?
Yes.
Yeah, but like,
You're joking me.
I would love to go to rehab. Like, I picture it as a really nice.
Georgie, that's such a silly thing to say.
But I picture it like a proper retreat.
No, it's not a
Take
fucking...
my phone off me.
It's not a retreat. You want to go into a retreat then, not rehab. Jesus
What are they going to do any
Christ.
different in rehab than they would at retreat?
If every rehab's different. People go for eating
I want
disorders.
a really classy rehab.
People, right, you're a joke.
What are you in rehab for?
Being a twat.
Oh, yours is for being a slut.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not, so it doesn't matter. I've got a boyfriend. What?
You don't have a
Question.
boyfriend. You're just exclusive.
Question.
Yeah.
My partner's grandma isn't coming to our destination wedding.
Of course.
My mother-in-law wants to FaceTime her during the ceremony.
Fine.
I have said no, it's no phones and I want to keep it that way. We're having a videographer and she can watch the video. I know it's slightly Brazilla, but I don't want her on the front row of the ceremony with a fucking flip phone out. She didn't say fucking, but I just added fucking. Fucking flip phone out. Grandma
Do you know
had
what though? I know she doesn't mean a flip phone. I know she means one of
the
those
flip
cases
case,
that open.
flip
Yeah.
case. Grandma had the chance to come. She's chosen not to. I don't think she should have to change. We don't think we should have to change our unplugged ceremony rules for her. Full disclosure, if she wasn't unable to come for medical reasons, this would be very different. However, prior to booking our destination wedding, my partner said to his grandma, we want to book a destination wedding. If you feel you're unable to travel, we book the wedding. And then after booking, she says she's now willing and unwilling to travel. So for her now to turn around and demand she is FaceTime because she possibly cannot miss it, I feel is unfair.
I have a lovely compromise for you. First of all, your feelings are valid. I can understand why you wouldn't want somebody sat with their flip phone out because it also then puts across to everyone else that they can do it.
Yeah.
Side note, did a ceremony the other day where everybody had their phone out. And I was like, what are you all doing? Why are you doing this? Anyway, the compromise is that we set up a phone somewhere in the corner
Yeah.
that is live streaming it. So it's like a FaceTime, but not somebody holding it.
Yeah, I agree.
So all we need is a little tripod,
At the back.
back corner. She doesn't need to hit, like, it's going to be videoed as well, but I do think it would be nice for her to be able to watch it then and there
Good compromise.
without somebody holding the phone.
Yeah, good compromise.
And then you ask your coordinator or your venue or your mum or whatever to just start the call earlier on, put it on silent, don't forget to mute that bad boy, and just keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
And end it at the end.
Great answer.
Do you remember when it was COVID and everybody was doing that?
Yeah.
That's what
I
we're
also
doing.
hate those cases. It gives such mum vibes.
I told one of my friends she wasn't allowed it.
Yeah, it is.
She had
icky.
one. I was like, no.
Imagine like if I met a guy and went on a date with him and he had that, I'd be like, no, you're
Would
a
that be
psychopath.
it'd be end
That
off?
would be done.
It shocks me that Brian doesn't have one of those.
Yeah, he is that kind of person. Yeah, he is that kind of person actually.
Hey?
Yeah.
What kind
You
of-
look
what
like
the
he
fuck
gives
kind
you
of-
You look like
case
you've got
kind
a
of
black
vibes.
leather flip case
With your cards in it.
Yeah. Also with his old police card in there, just to be like, I used to be a police officer.
Oh god.
Wow.
That is funny.
Oh,
Oh,
I know. I nearly dropped my phone on my croc.
he can't. He can
day.
take it. He can give it, but he can't
He
take
can give
it
all of
today,
it,
though,
can't
can
he? Right, I was going to look at what weddings I've done this week because it has been a wild couple of weeks. Couple of things that have happened. Definitely making TikTok videos out of them, so you might have already seen these. But one of the best things I've seen at a wedding.
You said that about pegging. Better than
That's-
pegging?
Different vibe. This is
Okay.
not for other people. My bride and groom. Right. First of all, have you ever seen? I think it's Saturday night. What's the one on American TV? Saturday Night Live, SNL.
Yeah.
Where there's a white presenter and a black presenter, and they write each other jokes. So they're obviously like super racist, but the black guy has written the joke that the white guy has to read, so it's making him sound like he's racist. Vice versa. They're very funny. My bride and groom wrote each other's speeches to give them blind to read on the day. And they were fucking brilliant.
That's so cool.
That was a wedding. I don't think I've ever heard a group of people laugh.
It was
after
so
every
funny.
line. It was
So
what
funny.
did they put in there?
I'm trying to remember. Like one of the groom obviously opened it up and it was like it was like, to my mummy and daddy. And then it was like, daddy, thank you. Like it was just, what did they say? 'Cause they were
funny.
so funny.
That's cool. I like that.
And then like her one he'd written like
and was the brief like be funny?
it was be funny, but also they put in some nice, like they nailed all the things they had to nail.
Yeah.
Like they said the thank yous to people, but it was like bridesmaids, if I'm a 10, which we all know I am, then you're all the 9s. And it was like, and the way they both read them was very funny because they were both like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. But it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to have to get them to send me their speeches because they were so funny. But not even, it was the delivery of them.
Yeah.
They were still quite funny. What other I can't remember anything else that was said in it. But I was literally crying, laughing because they both then stood up and it was a nice way of them both doing a speech without...
Well, there's no pressure,
No
is there?
pressure.
'Cause
Yeah, no
you're
pressure.
reading somebody else's words.
That's
so
funny. I love that.
It was so good.
I feel
It
like
was
you've
so
got to be
good.
the right type of couple to do that.
They were. She also had one of my favourite bridal entrances as well. You know, first of all, when someone's just quite cool, like she's
She
just
cool?
quite cool
Was she
anyway.
cool?
Yeah.
But how cool?
Like a quirky cool.
Okay.
Not a clean girl cool.
But quirky cool.
Like she had puff sleeves and like she just was
edgy.
short hair. Like,
Love
do you know what I
that.
mean?
Cool
just
girl.
cool.
Cool chick.
Cool, quirky chick though.
Yeah.
So the bridesmaids went into one song, and I didn't know the song because when we did the call, she was a surprise for.
It's a
her
ceremony.
husband.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in a church. She's got a sax, and I'm like, each to your own. I've never heard a sax in church, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna fit the vibe. Honey, I was wrong. She came into, so we wait. I was like, I'd sent the bridesmaids down. The song was changing, so I was like, I'll just wait until you're ready and I'll bring your dress. Like you walk when you're ready. And it was, you got a picture, shut your eyes. Beautiful church. The sax is playing, so it's fucking loud. And it's, will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? And she's walking, and that bit, and the noise in the church, and I was like,
Wow,
fucking
phenomenal.
fire. That was fire. I literally stood there like, oh my God. And I've been listening to that song on repeat now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love
There's certain songs that happen at weddings that will always make me think of those weddings. And it's weird which songs it is.
So I have actually got to pick. So we've got room reveal for a wedding.
Yeah.
And I've been told that I'm picking the song
Room reveal.
of the wedding
Room
breakfast
reveal. So
room.
before everyone's in.
So they've said it's your moment.
All right.
You pick your song.
All right.
And I was like, you better fucking cry, so it needs to be a sad song.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
pressure.
that Young and Beautiful one made me summit happen.
I've never had to pick the song. How cool is
Pick that one. Pick that song.
No, she listens to the podcast. I can't tell her. I want it to be a surprise.
Will you still love?
And the 21
when
Events Choir is singing it.
Oh, cute. All right. Let us know. Don't
How
discuss
cool
on
is
here.
that
is
I get
cool.
to pick?
That is cool.
I was like, you better put your best Oscar performance on as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. You said fake tears at least.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, I was looking at the weddings because I had so many things to tell you throughout all of these weddings, but couldn't remember.
I got something also cool to tell you.
Go on, hit me.
So the groomsman gift, the wedding hasn't happened yet. It'll be happening next week when this goes out.
Yeah. You like to talk about it then?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think any of the groomsmen are listening. They have all become lords. So they have
I saw that on
bought a
TikTok the
piece
other
of
day.
land
Cute.
for them.
Yeah.
And they've all got they've got lovely envelopes done. with
Yeah.
it, and then on the table plan we're putting their
Lord.
lord.
Yeah. That's
What a cool
cute.
present.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, when I just think groomsmen gifts are pretty shitty half the time, aren't they? Like, you can't, there's nothing that, like,
yeah.
like the girls, you can give jewelry and, like, I mean, you can do, like, pocket watch and stuff for the boys, but, like, the boys would be like, this is mint. They're actually lords now.
Yeah, that is cool. Make sure somebody films it.
Like, I want to, if someone bought you a bit of land, would you, what would you, lady, would you then change your name to,
No.
why? I would
not.
just to be a dickhead.
Yeah, but you're a dickhead. I'm not. You called me a twat earlier.
Yeah, you were actually. That's
no,
cool,
you would
though.
never actually introduce yourself as that. It'd be funny for the wedding day, though.
Yeah, but I think it's a really cool present.
It's a good present.
And
yeah.
it's a good talking point. Then you
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about all day.
Yes, fair. Did you see my post the other day about not naming your table numbers?
I clicked on it
Oh, thanks.
and it
And
was,
I didn't watch it.
I'm just going to say this and say it. Normal tables are fucking boring or something like that. And I was like, what a bitch.
It's true. Can't tell me that's not true.
I like
You can't tell me it's not boring to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I disagree.
You don't think it's boring.
No.
You could do it if you want,
No, I don't think it's boring.
but it's boring.
Unless you've got a good thing to do.
No, everyone's got a good thing to do.
Yeah.
You're telling me, this is my problem.
I had a fucking conversation the other day with a bride. She wanted to use all the fucking cats in her family's
Yeah.
names. So half of them are fucking dead. I said, we're not
So?
doing dead cat names as your
Why?
table names because it's fucking
Oh,
weird.
okay. Instead, you're on table 3. Great.
What, dead cat names? Oh,
Yeah,
fucking what's,
you're on Mabel.
what's
Get
fucking,
over it.
Oh, Mabel died in 1990
So?
fucking 5.
I think the cat names is adorable, and you're a boring bitch for not letting them have
Dead
that.
cats.
So?
It's not a fucking mourn for fucking cats.
Morn? What's a
A
morn?
mourning.
It's boring to do 1 to 6.
What, dead, you'd rather dead cats?
I would literally rather be sat at dead Freddy the ginger cat than table 4. Don't lie either.
No, it's
My
disgusting.
problem is if you have been in a relationship for long enough to be getting married, you're telling me you have nothing that you could write on those tables instead of that.
Dead cat names, no thank you.
Okay, well then do the numbers. My example was they had bigger numbers, which I think is hilarious. Like you're on table 176. You're like, what the fuck? And then you get there and you realise it's how many minutes they've watched Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, as long as they're funny.
But they're all funny
I
because
don't
they're
want boring
weird.
ones. I don't
What,
want how
like
many
1 to 6?
I don't want how many days you've been together. Boring.
No, I agree. That one's boring. I want like, what else could you do? What would you do with your new boyfriend?
Probably restaurant.
Days you were single before you started going out with him. Table 4.
1 to 10.
I was going to see if I'd saved you any TikToks as well because it's been so long since we.
I've actually probably.
I'd tell you who and what I would like to talk about. Is who recently got married? Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer.
Did you see what's her mate Georgia Steele
In the
See her
pale
outfit?
yellow lace. I do. Lemon's a great colour, but I do think it's borderline.
There's
Thorough.
lemon and then there's pale yellow.
Yeah.
I think lemon is safe. Pale yellow is not safe.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
How do I go on my? Yeah, I did. So I saved her dress because the problem is that's white, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's had a lot of hate for this.
A lot of backlash.
100% the type of girl to wear white to a wedding.
Oh, bitchy.
But then Danny Dyer has commented on it, saying, "My beautiful angel." Oh, God, but honestly though, guys, I know we're talking about her, but we're not talking like this. But people are horrible.
Oh,
They could never make me like you.
Oh, that's horrible.
All of the colourblind people in the comments, it's yellow. It's not yellow. Off white to a wedding, nar. White lace, cool.
It is so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, my problem with it is, of all the things that you go to, you could have worn that to. It's a beautiful dress. You look stunning. Of all the things you could have worn that to, the wedding didn't need to be one of them.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't think people are aware of it. That's the problem.
What, not wearing white to a wedding?
I just don't, people genuinely don't get it.
I just don't know if I believe that.
I promise you, I don't think they do.
Her wedding did
Genuinely.
look stunning.
It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
Really stunning wedding.
Can we talk about... Should I tell you what I don't like? I don't like the backdrop thing in the ceremony.
I knew you were going to be controversial about it. Do you know what? Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
I bet that looks way better in photos than it did in real life.
That's my problem though. I think we do everything for the photos.
Yeah, I bet it didn't look that good in real life.
No, I can't imagine. Is it like you can literally see the end of it, and you're outside. So surely,
Maybe not a nice backdrop. I don't know.
but it's green. I can see the trees.
Maybe she wanted.
Or
that
I would have
clean
had the
look.
ceremony the other way around, where you're with all that stuff behind you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's your wedding, hun. That is when I see that shot that I'm like, You can see it's just a
It looks way better in the photos, doesn't it?
board. Yeah.
It looks way better in the photos. I knew that would be the case.
Yeah.
I thought that when I saw it, I was like, bet that looks way better in the photos.
Yeah.
Um,
Danny Dyer looked hot though, didn't he?
I didn't see Danny.
What, a dad?
No, I didn't see him.
Walked down the aisle.
I haven't seen that. I haven't really looked into it, you know.
Oh.
I've been fucking across the country living my best life, haven't I? I've got a question for you.
All right.
I'm interested to hear your opinion on this.
All right.
So it says, hi, hope you're both well. I am newly engaged and have a quick question about walking down the aisle. Both my parents have passed away and I was wondering if it was okay for my nephew, who is 7, to walk me down the aisle. I would have picked one of my brother-in-laws, who I love him so much, but the other one is an arse and I don't want anyone to be pissed off. I don't like the idea of walking down the aisle by myself, but do you think it's acceptable because he's a child?
So I'm going to answer this because of the way you've worded this. And this is, I'm talking to her. The way you've worded this tells me that you don't really want that kid to walk you down the aisle.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be questioning it. If like, yeah, no, just, do you know
He
what?
looks weird.
I think it looks like your child then.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it's just a bit confusing. If you don't want to walk down by yourself, what I would do is one of two things. Number 1, grow up, walk down by yourself. Or number 2, which is probably the option that you're going to want, is that you come in and you stop and then your partner walks down to you and you walk up together.
Yeah, I love that.
Because that's cute. And it also then is giving a bit of a nod to your parents to be like, nobody else could have walked me down the aisle.
Yeah.
Nobody else is important enough apart from my new partner to come in to get me.
I agree.
That's my favourite
That is my favourite. I love
way
that.
of walking down.
I really like that.
I wonder how I would have walked down if I didn't have my dad.
Brother?
No. I love my brother, but we're not like that. I think
I think you'd go alone.
Or I would have gone with Isla, to be fair.
But she's your child.
But she is my child, yeah. We went for my legal wedding. My dad wasn't at the legal wedding. I walked down with Isla, and that was cute. But
I feel like
it's
just
still not
feels
the
like,
look, though.
It just feels like your kid's misbehaving. You got to walk down the aisle with your child. That's
Give me
what
your
it's
fucking
giving
hand.
me.
Yeah.
Or like the bridesmaids when they walk down with kids. Like it just doesn't.
Yeah. No, I think I would have walked alone.
Okay.
Would I? Yeah, I would have walked alone.
Okay.
I would have been sad though because I wouldn't want my dad to walk me down there.
Yeah, of course you'd be sad.
Who would you have? Your mum?
Yeah.
You can borrow Isla.
Why would you say that? That's
She's good at
horrible.
it. She's good at walking down the aisle now.
Um,
By the way, everybody, for that fucking video that went viral, she's not getting married. Where's the context in this? Go and watch the podcast. That's the context. But everyone's like, she's too young to get married. Yeah, she's 11. She's not getting married. You're crazy, girl. You're crazy.
do you want a bitches from a bride?
Always. Wait, I had one more TikTok I wanted to talk to you about because I really like this idea and I'd like somebody to do it at their wedding so that I can see it. So I'll just play it out loud. Hold on.
If you're a boy, please go outside for the bourbon bar. If you're a girl, please stay on the dance floor.
You heard her. If you're a boy, please go outside for the bourbon bar. If you're a girl, stay in here. All right, I
I've
see
seen
7
this.
men in here for the girls' dance party. There are
Hey
7 men
now.
in here.
But he literally kicked all the men out
I love it.
and then played absolute bangers.
Such a beautiful
But like proper just girly songs.
night.
And I love that. I think there should be
Do you know what song that's off? Film that's off?
Lizzie McGuire.
Okay.
Don't even come at me
Just checking.
with your wannabe millennial attitude.
Wanna be millennial?
I don't know. I was just trying to make you. That's my era.
How is it not my era?
Lizzie McGuire is my era.
Lizzie McGuire is my era, bitch.
Lizzie is me.
You can't see.
You're lucky you're even allowed to watch The Parent Trap.
right.
All right?
Shut up, you sap. So I actually asked someone the other day. I was like, "What's my favorite film?" You don't listen to podcasts because you'd know.
What's my favourite film, Beth?
Don't know, don't care. What's mine?
Parent Trap. What's Pardon, Brian?
Father of the Bride.
Thank you. At least my husband loves me.
I'm a wedding planner, and my favorite film is Father of the Bride.
I don't think you'd pass a quiz on me.
Would you not?
No.
I don't think you pass one on me. Anyway, can I do this bitch from a bride?
Yeah, we'll do a quiz for next week.
All right, cool. I'll ask some questions.
I'll write some questions. You write
Let's
some
do
questions.
Mr. and Mrs. for me and you. Mrs. and Mrs.
What? Who's more likely to do
Yeah,
things?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
easier though. Anything that involves any kind of confrontation or speaking to people is me.
I mean, I let a random woman sleep in my bed, yeah.
That's fair. No, you didn't. You left.
No, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I left. Ready?
Yeah.
Hi, girls. I have a bitches from a bride. I'm currently in a sticky situation. My fiance has asked his family meaning parents and siblings to all chip in and contribute in a watch for a wedding gift present for him.
What?
well
Sorry, what? Go back.
No, as well as joining it as a birthday gift, as his birthday is 2 weeks before our wedding.
Okay.
He has hinted numerous times as we get closer to the wedding, I'm not sure it will happen. I took it upon myself to contact my future father-in-law to ask if they were going to get it for him, and he bluntly point blank said, no, it's too much money. A little bit of context here. This man has spent £900 on a ring for his daughter's 21st birthday, hundreds on his other daughter's 30th birthday, Tiffany jewellery, and last year over £1,000 on his wife's new wedding ring just because she wanted a new one. So this watch my fiance is asking for is a lot less money and not that expensive, considering for his 21st he didn't get anything from them, not even a card. He's never been a thought unless they want something from him. I then offered to say, okay, no worries, I will get it for my fiance as a wedding gift then. Now hear me out. My future father-in-law then came back saying that he thought I didn't have the money. Why would I spend it on a watch? Yes, I'm a full-time mum and work part-time due to childcare costs. However, if his parents aren't getting the watch, then it's my responsibility to step up and get it for him, considering it's his wedding day and can be passed down. The father-in-law, who then proceeds to mock my partner for not being able to tell the time, and says that it's all for show and that's how all the people are these days, like to show off, pretending they have money when they don't. It's not about the money, it's the principle. His father's proceeded to be disrespectful to me about my fiance, his son. So do I tell my partner about this or not? Because it will ruin the surprise of me getting the watch for him. But his dad shouldn't be put on a pedestal and made out to be the best parents when they never give him a look in or cared about.
Okay, that took many turns.
I think it's weird to ask for a wedding present, sorry.
Yeah.
But if they say, what do you want for your birthday? Be like, look, I do really want this watch. Don't give us anything for the wedding. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess wedding present, that would be with that then.
Yeah. But to be like, I hate people like that.
Yeah.
It's belittling her.
Yeah. Well, it just sounds a bit dicky.
Mm.
But also, why are you friends with your parents when they didn't get you anything for your 21st birthday? Not even a card?
I think don't say
tell
anything,
him about it
you get
after
the watch
wedding.
and you'll look even better.
Yeah, but also don't just get a watch because... But it's obviously not a Rolex or something like that because she's saying it's less than...
But also I think he'd be massively disappointed if you didn't get it. That's the point.
Yeah, but also you can't act like that. I can't just say to Brian, I want diamond earrings and then say it all the way through wedding plan and then be massively disappointed if you didn't get it.
Yeah.
No, don't discuss it. If you want to get the watch and then maybe talk about the parents after. Okay. Now is not the time to be stirring.
Dad's a dick.
But his birthday's 2 weeks before the wedding. So why don't you give him the watch as a birthday present?
Yeah, maybe. But then I wouldn't tell him. I wouldn't cause a drama. It's not fair.
Yeah, but you would tell him.
I wouldn't, because...
It would bubble up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think they're going to argue. It would be an argument before the wedding, and that's not nice, is it?
No, but then it's going to be an argument after the wedding. And then you'll regret having them at the wedding.
Yeah, like you did.
I didn't say nothing. I said nothing.
I didn't confirm or deny.
I no confirm, no deny. Are you Italian? I don't know.
I don't know. Ciao,
Bella.
We go.
Don't worry about it.
That's awkward.
I find presents awkward at weddings.
I don't think you should ask for anything.
Gifting. Yeah. I find the whole gifting stuff difficult. And I find it hard when people are like, oh, I'll get you, for example, I'll get you your dress for your wedding. Cool. How much though?
Yeah.
What am I allowed to look for? Am I looking at 10 grand dresses or £500 dresses? Because they're different dresses.
Yeah.
Open and honest communication, guys. That's what we talk about the whole time. What do you want to talk about next week? I want to go back to the basics of like timings again. I know we've done a timings wedding, but I want to talk about more of the skeleton running of a wedding and why they would change. Because I feel like we're hitting into the summer weddings and quite often I'm changing the timings that the venue are giving couples.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're very much the same as every time. But actually, 7 o'clock first dance doesn't work in summer.
Okay, let's do it.
It never works, but... Timings with a twist next week.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Love you lots. Have the best day ever. Could you do us a favour, because we're trying to hit our goals, if you could share something from the podcast and tell people to come and listen and follow, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Okay, love you, bye.
Much appreciated. Love you. Bye.